Hey gamers, what's happening? My name is Qwicksilv3r from Structure Gaming. Welcome back to The Blueprint. It is so good to be here and back with you guys. Today is November 24th, 2013. Happy Next Gen. For those of you who didn't get an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, stay tuned right here to youtube.com/structuregaming. I'm going to be doing a lot of Next Gen gaming, showing you guys everything you need to know about PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Today, I'm starting out with Capcom Vancouver's new game. This is Dead Rising 3. So just to give you guys a little bit of a synopsis about Dead Rising 3, this unleashes the power of Xbox One first of all. It integrates the Kinect, beautiful graphics, and a great background of gaming, online multiplayer, and, well, plain and simple, puts the Kinect 2.0 to work. I'm going to talk a little bit about that later, but right now I just want to tell you about Nick Ramos and the city of Los Perdidos. Okay, you have to team up with other survivors to get your way out of Los Perdidos before a military strike wipes this town clean. The game starts out about 72 hours after an outbreak in the city and is darker and more deep than the original two Dead Rising titles. I'm going to tell you that right now. I wasn't a fan of the original two Dead Rising titles, and I bought this game on a whim after reading a couple reviews about this game. I got to give a shout out to IGN, actually. Their review of Dead Rising 3 was absolutely on point. Great work, guys. Excellent journalism. So let's sit back and watch this for a minute here. As you see, we're in Los Perdidos, California. The city looks like any normal city. Kind of looks like Los Angeles, if you ask me. Right now, it's 7:14 a.m. as the zombie outbreak begins. Oh, shit. Whoa! Looks like we're in for some trouble. Now, again, this takes place about 72 hours after the initial outbreak and after rescue efforts begin. Kind of almost feels like the beginning of a Resident Evil game if you watch it. And I think, well, Capcom really pays tribute to Resident Evil in this. And, you know, obviously being the same company that did produce Resident Evil, it wouldn't shock me if this opening was kind of like, you know, paying homage to Resident Evil. I mean, for the original Dead Rising fans, you know, this game is nothing like any of the other Dead Risings. I gotta be honest with you, I loved that the original Dead Rising paid tribute to George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. It wasn't my favorite game. I didn't really get into 2. I played about the first hour of it, and I got sick of it. If you guys remember, we had a review of it back at Beantown Gamer back in the day, and I wasn't too big of a fan. I felt it pulled too much out of the story. I like the characters, I like the development, I like the leveling, but I felt that the story was very repetitive and boring. Now, this is also an Xbox exclusive, so you PlayStation 4 people, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to get this title unless you have an Xbox One. It's actually, again, very different than the original, so let's start here. 72 hours post-outbreak. Los Perdidos looks pretty beat up right now, and, well, there's a random-ass hole in the fence. We know there's a checkpoint ahead here. Oh, look at Los Perdidos. This place is fucked. Now, looking at this, it almost kind of looks like the opening of The Walking Dead when Rick Grimes comes down Kings County Highway in Atlanta looking for gas. I mean, they're trying to contain an outbreak. That's the only difference here. This hasn't really hit anywhere else. If you remember from past Dead Rising series, the national, or the United States zombie defense team is brought in for this.
We're all gonna die.
I think that actually happened in Dead Rising 2. I can't 100% confirm. But here is our hero. Here's Nick Ramos. Nick was actually a part of the rescue effort. So he's a part of the team that goes in and volunteers to help get survivors out of this quarantine. I can only imagine the traffic backups. Probably looks like 93 at 5 o'clock. Farver can confirm that. But as you can see, it's very well blocked off here. It seems as if everyone got the hell out of the city except for him. Now, I gotta geek out for a second and talk about Xbox One's graphics. These graphics are absolutely beautiful. I mean, just little things like the lighting and the shading and cell shading are just very different than the original games, and very different than original Xbox. And Xbox 360, these next-gen systems really do have a lot of power. I mean, talking hardware-wise, PlayStation 4 a little bigger than Xbox One, GDDR5 compared to, GDDR3 RAM, different story, but still, both systems have a tremendous amount of power. These graphics look fantastic. Look at just some of the shadowing on Nick and the ground and so forth like that. Look at the game itself. It actually presents a beautiful look. Very easy to control, very easy to get into. If you haven't played the original games, don't worry. This is nothing like the original games. They don't tie in anything that I've seen thus far. I mean, I haven't really gotten too far into the game yet. This was actually my first playthrough that you're seeing. I only played about 20 minutes ahead before I decided to film this video. And, well, you're going to see a lot of what I'm seeing firsthand, so that's the great thing about the Blueprint, is you see it as we do it. Now, you will find things scattered around, and like past games, weapons do break very easily. I find that the fire axe is less durable than a flashlight, quite shocking. And the 2x4 is more valuable than a handgun. See, it can do a little more damage.
Hello? Anybody here?
Now, one thing I didn't like about this game, I think it's my only complaint so far, is that I've gotten so used to destructible environments thanks to Battlefield. Those guys with Levolution designing and Frostbite 3 have done such amazing work, and I really wanted to see something like that in here. I mean, we're in a zombie apocalypse. I should be able to kick over a friggin' cone, shouldn't I? Stupid cone! You. That is a lot of zombies. And magically the lights go out. Seems to be a common theme. The lights will all of a sudden be on, and as we go down this long corridor again, great detail. This is a true benchmark for what Xbox One can do. I don't know the exact frame rate. I believe the frame rate for this game is actually 60 frames a second. And I believe it is a 1080p game. Yes, it is. Thank you, back to the game. Now, one thing I really did like about this game is that it does utilize the Kinect 2. You have the ability to use Kinect 2. I do it later in the video. I actually, when I did this playthrough, I used the Kinect 2 and actually lured zombies in. I actually you can say a command that is over here. And zombies will be attracted to you. It'll send out kind of a voice. It'll send out a voice wave through the ground, a sound wave, if you will. Unfortunately, it doesn't move the character, which I think is something they could have changed that would have made the feel a little more authentic. Also, with trying to hit zombies on the ground, as you can see, I had a little bit of a problem with hitting zombies on the ground. Those are two things that could have changed. Great decapitation and impalement in this game. So it's fun to just cut through the half the head off. It's very realistic. I mean, there's a little bit of play to the original game that you can see. At times, you'll see me hit a zombie and it looks like I hit a David Ortiz home run. And right here, actually, boom! Notice, I shouldn't have knocked him that far. I mean, that was a pretty good sized zombie. He was about my size. And if you notice, I just whacked her off a 10, if you will. And she just bounced. As you can see, I've got this zombie right here on the ground. I kind of had to fight to get him. That's maybe one thing that's a little wonky about this game. The control scheme can be a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. And I actually threw my axe there. One cool thing about that is that I did get controller vibration feedback in the triggers, which I really like about the new Xbox One controllers. That's a really big deal with this controller that everybody seems to really like. Throwing flashbangs is fun. I do like throwing flashbangs. I believe later in this video I actually have dynamite. The dynamite was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this video, if you can't tell. Just, sitting here recapping and talking to you guys about it is part of what I really enjoy about doing it. Ooh! A cleaver should not have that much force. I mean, could I be able to throw a cleaver at a gas tank? That would be even better. I didn't try. Maybe I'll try when I go back on and play this after I'm done here. Now, I try to hit the zombie and hit the door and light myself on fire. Now, on my first playthrough, it seems like weapons change throughout. I didn't see the cleaver or the tactical handgun that's at my feet, as you can see, as I walked away from it. These things, you know, it seems that they change throughout, which is another cool thing. So, you're not always going to get the same weapon. So, if you restart a level, there's going to be different things. I mean, there's some random weapons like car exhaust and pallets and stuff like that. I mean, everything's going to be different no matter how you use it. I mean, shit, I think one headshot, like I said, one headshot should have been enough to kill that zombie. Like I said, the tactical handgun really isn't that good. Now it seems like, oh, now that I'm saying it, it's working, but this gun is not very good. I just end up right here dicking around and shooting a couple barrels just to kind of show you guys what you can do. Anyway, as you can see, I've got a couple down. Whoa! Blew one up here to me. Hey, hello. How you doing? Missed the first shot. I'm an idiot. It's been a while since I've used an Xbox controller. You're going to have to forgive me. Pine cones or grenades? I got you! Boom! Thank you for standing there and waiting for me. Now, as you can see right there, I did say over here. And, the zombie didn't come to me. It was only one. I assume if I gave him another second, he would have turned. But, in other situations where I'm surrounded by a swarm of zombies, it works very well in killing myself, so I can end the game to go out to dinner and or go do what I have to do for the rest of the day. Now, dynamite, this is going to be fun. Boom! I do like the thing, it kind of did shake things up a little bit there, but it didn't shake things up as much as I wanted it to. I do like that you can hit a zombie with the dynamite. That's kind of funny. And, well, everybody who knows me knows that I'm a big fan of TNT, especially in Minecraft. I love using TNT, so Dead Rising is going to be any less of a situation to where I use TNT and have fun with it. As you can see there was a car exhaust on the ground, but I choose to take something to make me feel better. That's it. Now I pick up my machete and I keep going. Oh, andale, vato. But that's going to do it for this episode of The Blueprint. Right here is where the video is about to end. So thank you guys for tuning in, and for all your gaming news, next-gen and past-gen related, keep it locked right here to Structure Gaming. My name is Qwicksilv3r. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video, this channel. And make sure to stay tuned for more Xbox One and PS4 coverage from The Blueprint, as well as the Turbo Nerds podcast and Structure Gaming, where gaming lives. Thanks for watching.